We're going to talk about why traditional rules, traditional planning, just doing things the old way loses every time to this one thing that many smart people miss. And with that, you can see on the left side, we have a traditional plan. You earn $100,000, pay your taxes, and you have a $70,000 asset. So in essence, say this was a rental property, you would have to earn 100 to own a $70,000 asset. In the modern plan, you could take a $100,000 loan and control that with a 4%, or I'm just using a round number, a 4% loan. And so to control that $100,000 asset only cost $4,000, and then net out taxes, and it's even cheaper. So you have a $100,000 asset that you're controlling with $4,000 per year. Now, in the middle class mindset, we are all taught to own. You want to never have debt and always own. As you go up and start having assets and larger net worth and income, the big transition is to learn to start controlling assets using other people's money or the bank's money, however you want to look at it. When you do that, you're doing what the tax code loves, which is creating new dollars in the economy, so you get a tax incentive to do so. So in this scenario right here, say it was now multiplied by 10. So for $40,000, again, no tax, the person on the right could control conceivably $1 million of real estate. Or to take it all the way, if they had this money to invest each and every year for $100,000 in, they could actually control $2.5 million of real estate in this scenario. Again, this is an example versus this guy over here that even in 10 years, just in raw value, would have $700,000 in assets that he owns and in essence controls, where the guy on the right could have $2.5 million the first year working for him. And let's just say it was growing at 5%. 5% on $2.5 million would be $125,000 a year. $125,000 a year versus the guy on the left who really only has a $70,000 asset. Say it grows by even 10%, it's $7,000 per year growth. Even when you subtract out the cost of the money and factor in the tax deduction, you're talking almost a 30% return on the dollars. That's the power of leverage. That is the one thing that even smart people miss a lot. And there's two reasons that the modern plan in this debt-fueled economy work. Number one, it goes around the tax system. In other words, it works with the tax code, and taxes aren't destroying the amount of money you can work with. And number two, you have much more money to work with when you're using someone else's instead of your own. You can see in Plan A, the traditional plan, taxes are essentially destroying it down 30%. I'm just showing 30% here, for example. When you understand these simple money rules, complex ideas around money become much easier to understand, and it's easier to see why someone owns a gas station or a restaurant or a rental home versus someone who owns 100. It's their ability to accept and use debt as an instrument to grow their assets. When they do that, they cut their tax bill and they build their empire. With that, this is John Duncan. I'll see you next time.